There are some things that make me mad, and there's some things that make me furious. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria. If you are new here, please consider subscribing down below and hitting that bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime that I post, and give me a big thumbs up so that you let YouTube know that you like my content. But today, I wanted to be talking about some common bookish pet peeves that I've seen either within the community or some that I have for myself. One of my biggest pet peeves are mass paperbacks. I hate these with a passion because yes, while they're easy to hold because they're smaller, they're not easy to hold open because of how much less real estate you have in the spine to like hold open. This is my only one, thank God. I found this at a thrift shop and I absolutely had to have it because at the time when I bought this, I couldn't find this series at Barnes Noble or Half Price Books or anywhere kind of store. So when I found it at Goodwill, I was just like, cool, buying it, awesome. Now that I've read it and I want to continue on with the series, they are at Barnes and Noble now. So I'm now going to have to replace this one if I want it to match the rest of the series as I buy them. But yeah, mass market paperbacks are my one of my biggest pet peeves. Speaking of books being a different size, I absolutely hate when a book is published by two different either imprints or publishers in general that make their books a different size. The example that I have is the Selection series by Kira Cass. I only had, when I first read this series, I only owned the Selection and I had read the rest of them through my high school library. And so I decided as I was slowly collecting them, I would just, as I would find them, I would pick them up. So unfortunately, when that happened, all of them I got from the Harper Teen Publishing publisher, but the one here in the middle is from Scholastic. So I'm gonna just grab two of them because it's kind of hard to hold all five of them. So I'm currently holding them flat. Look at that size difference. Look at how annoyingly stupid that is. That yes, they're from two different publishers, but the fact that this was even a possibility of being picked up by two different publishers, that this was like a possibility. It is so annoying to me because what? The same goes for when there are different editions from the US and the UK. So, or anywhere else in the world. One of the examples that I have is, again, I was slowly buying them because I was listening to the audiobooks of these at the time, which is the Red Rising series. So the I bought Golden Sun and Morning Star both at half price books because I already had Red Rising. Well, I was able to find a matching Golden Sun, but Morning Star, for some reason, even though I'm in the States, was from the UK. It's from their UK imprint. And so I'm just and I think that the UK ones are a special edition. When the spines connect, it becomes the scythe, and so it does seem really, really cool. Um, but yeah, it's just really annoying when if or it kind of feels like a money grab for people who are collectors of books and they prefer the UK version or they prefer the American version, and then have to fight trying to just find them in general. So yeah, I find this really, really annoying. My next little category of pet peeves are stickers. So there are two different scenarios that really piss me off. One is the pricing stickers. So we have the instances of like half price books or Goodwill or whatever that put it right smack in the middle or the top of the book. I can completely understand if you can't use like the back barcode, but why not just cover up the previous barcode? Because if I have to worry about tearing it off, then at least the back of the book is the one that's messed up instead of the front of the book. Because I've had it happen where I bought The Husbands by Holly Grammaggio. I bought this at Sam's, and at Sam's, if anybody has not bought them before, has these little white stickers that kind of go on the front just right here. Well, this dust jacket is the type of material that tears so easily. So when you have the adhesive trying to pull it off, look what happened to my book. It tore because of how the sticker was designed, and you'd never realize that it's tearing until after it's already torn. So I couldn't have tried to save it because everything else of the sticker was coming off easy. This is also an example of permanent stickers with the Read with Jenna book club or the Reese's book club or whatever other book club you want to talk about, or like now a major motion picture BS. I understand that part of the design of a book can be paid for by kind of like a sponsorship or like an ad to collect these books into their book clubs so that they can market it, or they can market them to a wider range of audiences. But it's still really really annoying when you add those to the covers, and now I will always have to know that that's what it was a part of, instead of it being a way that I can organize my books and categorize my books and whatnot. So, next on my pet peeve list is movie covers. So, a good example that I have, and the only one that comes to mind right now because I've seen the cover recently, but I have a regular copy of Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is the movie cover. Not to mention is real people on the cover, which is extremely annoying as well. But what was wrong with this? This is gorgeous. I understand you need the movie tie-in because it'll have people recognize more books. The same thing that happened with Wicked. Like, granted, my copy is a little eaten up because, again, I buy most of my books from thrift stores. But because of the movie, there is now a movie copy of this book. And don't get me wrong, it's absolutely gorgeous. But it's still just, it's all marketing. It's all a way to sell more books. And I get it, get your money, but also what? Because what, like, yes, I am absolutely obsessed with Wicked and I need to read this book, to be honest. I'm just terrified because I know it's a lot darker than what the play and the movie ended up becoming. But that's another thing. It leads you on to think that, oh yeah, exactly what I saw in the movie is what's going to be in the book. And Wicked is a relatively family friendly movie, and if this is not a family friendly book, that's not a good thing to try and market that. So I just don't like when they have movie tie-ins. That's what you need to get from this little spiel. I'm sorry if the angle changed. Both my light and my mic died at the exact same time, which was both convenient and annoying all at the same time. But I have one last bookish pet peeve to talk to you about today, which is when the author's name is bigger on the cover of a book than the name of the book itself. The only example that I can think of right now is State of Fear. It was a book club pick that somebody wanted for my work book club, which is what sparked this conversation that I wanted to have with you all. I don't even remember who it's by, which makes it that much more annoying that it's that big on the cover and I can't remember who the author is. There are probably so many more examples, and I can probably put them up here on the screen, probably in editing, because right now I can't think of any. But it is one of the most annoying things that I can ever experience. The whole point of trying to bring somebody into a book is the title of the book. Like, I understand if you're trying to go off of legacy of who you are as an author, like if you were Stephen King or Nora Roberts or James Patterson or whatnot, and probably whoever the author of State of Fear is probably the same way. But even then, I don't care. I want to know what the book is called. I don't want to have to guess if your name is included in that. Especially if it's the same font. That's even worse, to be honest. But yeah, that is like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like when I see it, I just think it's gross. I think it's not a well designed cover. I think it's lazy. I just let me know if I missed any of your bookish pet peeves. I know that I didn't really touch on any that had to do with book reading itself because everybody reads in their own special way. And I'm not going to judge you if you dog ear write in your book or if you listen to audiobooks. I don't care. Read. You're getting the story, you're reading. If you have any more, let me know down in the comments because I want to talk to you about them. Do you disagree with me? Do you not? Do you want to defend some of the things that I was upset about? Let me know. But thanks for watching.